What the heck is going on in the Lakewood Ranch real estate market? Hey, it's Sean Reddy, Keller Williams Reddy Group. Each and every month, we take a look at the month over month and year over year statistics or metrics in the Lakewood Ranch real estate market based across 9 key vital signs. And being it's early January, we're going to scale this out. We're going to look at it year over year, all of 24 compared to all of 2025. In how the Lakewood Ranch real estate market played out. And the reason for doing so, if you are in the market, plan on entering the market either as a buyer or seller, or you're doing both at the same time, this data is designed to help you accomplish your goals in the most efficient and effective way possible. Use this data to your advantage. So let's jump right into it. Color coding here. If the metric is in red, that means it moved in favor of buyers. If it's in green, it moved in favor of sellers. So we'll start with the green since there's less of them. However, they're impactful. Starting with new listings falling 6.4% year over year. Now the gross number itself, it's only a couple hundred homes, but a good direction considering that inventory had been swelling right into the end of 24 and into early parts of 2025, then started subsiding. I'll show you this on a graph here in a little bit, bringing it back down to below 2024 total listings. In fact, 6.4% below. Meanwhile, purchase contracts actually increased. Only 0.5%, only 12 more contracts, but when you have less listings hitting the market, and just the same, if not slightly more contracts happening, then as a seller, you're feeling a little bit more, I'm not going to say a seller's market, but you're feeling a little bit more urgency from the buying population. That's certainly how it's been playing out as of late. Closed sales up 2.7% year over year. Now, of course, some of that is going to include new home builds that have been closing, not necessarily all of them, because this is only measured out of the MLS. However, this takes into account that there's a lot more households, period, across the board in 2025 than last year. Now, moving over to the red side, these are the metrics that if you're simply buying a home, independent of selling one, you want to see these because these help get you more home for the money, or just a better deal overall on a home. So first and foremost, biggest movers, market times. In fact, the median days on market increased by nearly 50% year over year, while the average increased by 30% year over year. So what does that mean? If you are a buyer, you have more time to make decisions, maybe a little less urgency because you don't have as much competition gobbling up the homes that are out there. And you have leverage when you go to make an offer on a home that's been sitting out there for a while. Down to the bottom here, look at the prices. The average price dropped by 2% year over year. The median price dropped by nearly 1% year over year. That's not insignificant when historically real estate values go up about 4% every single year. So not only did they not go up, they went down year over year. So real estate prices are less expensive. The interest rates are certainly lower than they were this time last year. So all in all, you're getting a lot more house for the money and your dollars are stretching much further. Lastly, median sold price to list price. This is the leverage factor. How much leverage do you have as a buyer or a seller? The lower this number is, the more it favors buyers. This means that last year across the board, the median home sold for 96.9% of its final asking price, not original, meaning buyers are negotiating better deals, better prices on the homes that they're closing on year over year. So put that data to, I want to say the test, but put that data to your advantage when you're out there shopping for homes. Now, what does this look like on a little bit longer time horizon? This measures a couple years, almost 2 years, and plays out these metrics over time to give a little bit more perspective. And starting with the average and median days on market, you can see a steady uptick. They swoop down towards the fall of this year and are starting to trickle back up. So longer market times, better leverage for you as a buyer. This one, new listings, I'm sorry, let me go red, available homes. This is total inventory in the red. And forgive me, we didn't start tracking this until the start of this year. But you can see that line drifting down, less and less inventory on the market, as we discovered on the previous page. In the blue are new listings hitting the market in any given month and how that graphs out. Yellow, same thing, but with purchase contracts. So the tighter the gap between the yellow and the red, the more seller market-ish it's going to feel out there, because, well, there's 180 some homes more or less going to contract every month, now with a total inventory of 642, compared to back in the spring when we saw inventory numbers in the 900s with relatively similar contract numbers. So that gap's shortening, which means buyers don't have anywhere else to go but the listings that are out there. When you have 900 properties and 200 going to contract, that's 700 that are sitting there untouched with new inventory being added every single day. But when that total inventory drops down, you're going to hold a little bit more leverage as a seller. Closed sales. Big jump in December. See that every single year. In fact, there it is last year. Here it is this year. 5 more homes closed in December this year than last year. Yet, 62 more homes closed in December than in November. I always see that this time of year. Get it done before the end of the year, tax purposes, yada, yada, yada. Average and median price. Average in the blue, median in the red. You can see that's just flat, relatively flat throughout the course of the last couple of years. And we saw how that played out in the year over year look at it. Finally, median sold price to list price, that leverage factor that I talked about. Slow trend down with some spikes here and there, but last month at 95.5, coming down towards the low that we saw just 2 months prior in October. So keep watch there as that number continues to go down. That's showing me that buyers are out there striking better deals for homes. Now, to put this data to play for you, how do you do so? Well, make sure if you are out there in the market or entering the market that you are paired with a professional who understands this data and knows how to leverage it in your favor. And if you don't have that person, we'd be honored to be a resource for you here in Lakewood Ranch. Again, thanks so much for watching. Happy New Year. I'm Sean Reddy of the Keller Williams Reddy Group. Stay tuned to this channel because we do this every single month with a month over month and then longer term perspective view to see how these graphs and how all this data plays out so you can best predict what's going to happen in the future. Thanks again. See you next month.